Welcome to LATAM MedTech Insights. A common question we receive from medtech manufacturers is whether a good manufacturing practice, or GMP, certificate is required for Class 1 devices in Brazil. The simple answer can be misleading, so let's unpack the details. Under Brazil's regulatory agency, ANVISA, and its key regulation, RDC 751/2022, all medical device manufacturers must comply with Brazilian GMP standards, known as B-GMP. This requirement applies across all risk classifications, from Class 1 to Class 4. However, the critical distinction lies not in the requirement for compliance, but in the process for verification and submission. For high-risk devices, specifically Class 3 and Class 4, manufacturers must undergo a formal B-GMP inspection by ANVISA and receive a certificate before they can submit their device for market registration. This is a mandatory pre-market step. This is where the confusion for Class 1 devices begins. Class 1 and Class 2 devices follow a simplified registration pathway known as notification. For this pathway, a manufacturer is not required to submit a B-GMP certificate upfront with their application. Instead, the company declares conformity to the B-GMP standards. This creates a common misconception that GMP compliance is not necessary for low-risk devices. This assumption is a significant regulatory risk. For instance, consider a European startup with an innovative Class 1 diagnostic tool. They see the notification pathway and assume they can quickly enter the Brazilian market without a formal audit, saving time and resources. They successfully notify their device and begin sales. However, ANVISA's authority does not end at registration. They can, and do, conduct post-market surveillance audits on any company at any time. If ANVISA inspects this startup's facility and finds that its quality management system does not fully align with B-GMP requirements, the consequences are severe. Their device registration can be immediately cancelled, forcing a full market withdrawal, and the company could face substantial fines and a ban from the market. So while you don't submit the certificate beforehand, your quality system must be B-GMP compliant from day one. A practical way to demonstrate compliance and streamline any potential audit is by participating in the Medical Device Single Audit Program, or MDSAP. Holding a valid MDSAP certificate is highly regarded by ANVISA and often satisfies the B-GMP requirements, making any inspection process much smoother. In conclusion, the answer to our question is yes, GMP compliance is mandatory for Class 1 devices in Brazil. The key takeaway is not to mistake a simplified registration process for a lack of regulatory oversight. Compliance is non-negotiable, and readiness for a post-market audit is essential for sustained market access in Brazil. For expert guidance on navigating Brazil's regulatory landscape and ensuring your QMS is compliant, you can email us at info@pureglobal.com or visit our website at pureglobal.com.